All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 20, Sports Talk 225. What a episode to be here and be celebrating. It is high school football season here in the 225, and man, I can't think of a better topic or one that I've been more excited about. That we've got to start the show 40 minutes early because we got a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Here in the 225. First and foremost, shout out to Big Mike's, Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, Denham Springs, Louisiana. As we reminisce back to 10 years ago, and the flood,
Yep.
where every member of this community was impacted, one way or another, with I think somewhere in the neighborhood of 75 to 90%. Individually,
Yeah.
but it was somebody you knew.
Yeah,
if it
absolutely.
wasn't you, select few.
And it's crazy to think that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's a decade of our life.
Yeah. I mean, you were heavily impacted.
I had 4 foot of water.
Lost everything.
My father-in-law picked us up in a boat and brought us out of the neighborhood. A couple days later, we were able to get back, gut the house, and put a lot of work into rebuilding, as everyone in this community did.
Yep.
So as we look back and we look at the resilience of a community like Denham Springs, not a better place for us to be. Big Mike's was a part of the bar rescue. John Taffer came here, did a fantastic job on remodeling and getting Big Mike back up on his feet.
Yep.
As we know, the Athletic Hall of Fame for Denham Springs is right here,
Yep, right
just a few feet away from us. So an honor to be able to do our show live from here every Thursday. It's been 2 weeks, but those 2 weeks we were not off.
No.
We
did not slow down at all.
We had regular work. We did some baseball coverage.
Yep.
I left from the baseball coverage. You went home. I went and did 7 hours of basketball.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? That invite, so Coach PJ Broadmoor, basketball coach, thank you for that call. Thank you for that invite. Just an absolute pleasure. So, welcome back, everybody. We're back from that little hiatus. Really, it was because of the Sports Talk 225 Cares. We had that weekend, and it went fantastically. Met with Coach Brett Beard this morning. We're able to align some different visions to be able to I think impact more kids. So looking forward to a board meeting coming up soon to be able to discuss that. I think Scott Paralew just sent an email for an emergency board meeting.
Yeah, the allocation of funds.
Which I submitted my proposal. As the president, founder, the visionary, Seth freaking oh no, that's not me. That's Seth Rollins' line.
Yeah.
No, I saw my man Danhausen pull that the other night, and he goes, "Wait, that's not mine.
That's not mine.
That's not me. What's my catchphrase?" We're going to be able to get those funds moving a lot quicker, and touch all 9 high schools to capacity too.
Yeah.
So it's not just going to be, the amount of students that go to that school. There's going to be 3 different criterias that are measurable, including how many sports programs that they have. So that way we're able to allocate the funds appropriately across each school, and it's just, I mean, that's an honor to be able to finish that off and then start working on the next project to be able to help even bigger. So thank you to Big Mike's. Thank you to Floyd Bayham and his team, B&P Construction. Let them do your dirty work. They'll come out. They'll get the job done. I called my guy the other night. The wheel on my garage door came unspooled. It's not a one-person job.
Oh,
it is
not.
if you have the right tools. I don't have the right tools.
No.
So
I try to do that myself, and I had to
you
call
just
somebody.
need a hand.
Yeah.
It
need
literally,
one other
you need
person.
one other hand to push the garage up.
Yep.
Had a guy out there in like 10 minutes, helped me, knocked it out. So not only a sponsor, but a good friend. We really appreciate Floyd for his service to the community and being a part of Sports Talk 225 since very, very early on. So Again, football season's finally here. Tonight we're previewing the 2026 high school football season across the 225. We went back through the official football alignment to make sure the schools, the districts, everything are good. Caught a couple of things that we pulled from MaxPreps, which had some of the wrong teams, or not wrong teams, but teams that aren't in the 225.
Yeah. So
have that list corrected, and this is the correct MaxPreps list of schools, top 25 in the 225. We'll start off quickly with that, and then we'll jump into some individual spotlights. No surprise here at the top of the list, Catholic, followed by Zachary, followed by Central. One thing all three of these schools have in common, same district.
Yep.
What a district that is.
Mm-hmm.
So Catholic being a private school in public school district.
Yeah, that's
I think they're one of the few selects that are playing non-select, which it doesn't matter. They got the talent to do so in every sport. It's there. After that is I believe the now Knox Kiffin led U High Cubs.
right.
So did some kid have to transfer? I'm pretty sure that's how that works, right?
Yeah.
Sitting at number 5, last year number 4 in the state in 5A is Denham Springs. And if you haven't seen it, this morning we were able to get just a brief little interview after our meeting with Coach Beard. And he sounds really confident about this squad and their love for football and the growth that they're showing. So exciting times keep on rolling in Denham.
Yeah. And we've had a couple of their players, one, what's it called? Plays basketball too.
Devin,
yes. He's going to be there, and he's excited to see him as a receiver.
No, he's a quarterback.
No. I'm talking about the other. He didn't play
that's
for 3
Jeremy
years.
Williams.
Jeremy Williams.
Well,
yeah.
likely his brother's going to be or somehow they're god brothers or something like that. I think he's going to be the starter.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll probably see some more development out of Devin.
That's a big kid, though.
But I anticipate Coach Beard doing what Coach Beard does, and you see more of a dual system quarterback to where, because you remember this is Devin's sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still development on the football field, growth, physical growth. We expect to see, and this is me guessing. I got no inside information, but I have had 6+ years, 6, 7, 8 years of being able to watch Coach Beard. I had 2 kids play there, one for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one only 1 year, but because he broke his foot, and then he was just like, yeah, I'm done. But if I had to guess, Coach develops these. He wants to. It's a slow, in the words of Triple H, slow burn.
Yeah.
It's a slow burn. But he wants to develop them to where when they do take those starting reins, they're ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you look at quarterbacks like Jerry Horn. Jerry Horn stepped in for a starter who was also only going to be a 1-year starter because of injury.
Yeah.
So Jerry kind of got that second year, but it wasn't a full year. That was due to circumstance.
Yep.
And then after him, Goldman,
yep.
1 year. But you're going to the playoffs with these guys repeatedly. So trust the process.
Yep.
I
was thinking about Jeremy Williams. He's that guy. He's a tall kid, and he looks like he could be.
Yeah.
He could do some damage, especially if he can jump. He can jump.
Oh, he's an athlete.
He's an athlete.
No doubt. Man, kind of reminds me. What's Cam Coleman, the Texas Longhorn wide receiver? Have you seen this video of the catch in practice? That is just like the most ridiculous catch you've ever seen.
But the crazy thing is those guys practice that daily. The one-handers and all the different kind of catches, they'll just sit there and they'll do on the jug machine.
But this was like a Michael Jordan flying across the air behind the back.
Yeah, but they work with their hands and catch it with one hand with the jug machine.
Hey, even Sark said it was stupid.
Yeah.
He's like, that was just ridiculous. Yeah. So we hope to see some of that ridiculousness continue on with Denham Springs High School. So shout out to Coach Beard. Shout out to the Yellow Jackets. We can't wait to be there on opening night against Albany. We'll do a little pre-show there before we go set up to do some scoreboard, Sports Talk 225 scoreboard that night. So that'll be a lot of fun as well. It's the next week, week 2, against Central.
Yeah.
That I don't know if there's going to be a scoreboard show that week because I want to see that whole game. You're talking potentially 2 top 5 teams in the state in Class 5A. So go down this list. Denham, we'll be talking about Denham here shortly and their electric quarterback, followed by East Ascension at 7, Santa Ma at 8, Madison Prep at 9, Dutchtown 10, Plaquemine sitting at 11, Woodlawn at number 12, Coach Marcus Randall, shout out there. Then Coach Devin Baker's Liberty Magnet, Patriots coming in at 13. Then we got we got the little blimp. We got Ascension Catholic, and then we'll skip to 16, or we'll call it 15, Live Oak. 16, West Feliciana. 17, Bruley. 18, Walker. 19, Catholic of Point Capee. 20, Parkview Baptist. 22, St. Michael. 22, Southern Lab. 23, Episcopal. We'll say number 24, Prairieville, because I thought this list was correct, and it also had a Lafayette school in there. So a lot of great teams in there, and we'll just kick it off with District 4-5A, which is Catholic, Central, Liberty, and Woodlawn and Zachary. I mean, that's just
some serious players.
Yeah,
it's going to be a tough district.
I mean, Catholic obviously is going to be the favorite to win that, but Zachary is looking to defend.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right, Zachary won football last year.
Yes.
And so they're now reloaded. I just saw they were WAFB just did John Eads did a spot on them, and they're focused on the means, not the end yet. So coach talk always,
of course,
sounds good.
It's just that time of year.
Look, Central came out with that same post state championship, but you lose a lot.
Yeah.
Whether you really realize it or not. Like Coach Beer was talking about losing 40-something seniors, 41 seniors, and they're right back on the horse ready to go. So.
And a lot of these kids have been playing with each other for a long time over the past years, and they have they've developed that chemistry, and now they're all gone. Now it's a new group. Now we have to rebuild that chemistry, and sometimes you see that lull the following year.
Yep. So Catholic state championship title, that's the expectation. 2027 running back Jaden Miles, and Jaden is on. I believe
Catholic.
Jaden was on. Yeah, but no, he's number 2 on our list of players to watch in Baton Rouge. A 6'2", 203-pound running back, listed number 11 in Louisiana.
Yeah, I got him at 4-star, and he is going to Florida State. He's committed.
Committed to Florida State. Yep. So
that's huge.
Then you got tight end Jude Chamberlain, who is committed to Stanford. He's a top 25 player there as well. Let's see, Matt. Yeah, they just reload year after year. So again, select school playing in non-select.
That's strange to me.
So, it's all this constant realignment of districts, which, it got voted down, but they were, Denham and some other schools were almost on the verge of going back into that pod. So it looks like they had to make some other adjustments. I'm going to ask some questions on that to get some full clarity.
Yeah, some better insight on
that. On how that worked. But this isn't the first time it's happened. So Central's, I mean, I hate to call them a sleeper, but they're, picked behind Zachary, behind Catholic, and I don't know. Central just always kind of reloads. They just do. So that week 2 is going to be a lot of fun to watch. 2027 safety Mason Moore, top-rated Louisiana prospect. We want to keep an eye out on him. It's Central's physicality, their physical identity, and you see how does that translate into a run against Catholic and Zachary.
Yeah, and if it's anything like 2 years ago when they won the state championship.
Yeah.
I mean, if the defensive side of the ball is like what we've seen in the past, then that'll travel anywhere. You can take that anywhere.
Yeah.
Because defense travels.
Yeah, defense travels, no doubt about it.
Especially bad weather games or anything like that, they'll travel.
Yeah, and we're talking about an El Nino year where you may see a lot of Friday nights where the quarterbacks are getting taken out of the equation because of cold, wet weather.
Yep, that's
so
right.
that's if the forecast stays as predicted in an El Nino year. It'll be interesting to see. Our guy, Coach Devin Baker, the Liberty Patriots, one of the key swing teams in a loaded district. You got to play Catholic, Central, Scotlandville, Woodlawn, and Zachary. That's half your schedule.
Yeah,
that's half your schedule. So it's going to give Liberty plenty of opportunities to change that race, frankly. And if they can pull an upset of any of those top three teams or two, we'll find out real quick which direction Coach Baker's got them rowing the boat.
Right. And playing against good talent like that, it actually gives the players the exposure, and especially the ones that aren't seniors that are going to be coming back next year, that exposure and they'll see what good looks like so that they have a measuring stick so that they can be ready for that. It's hard with a new coach, new systems, and everything coming in this first year. There may be a lot to be desired going into the season.
Yeah, because they got a late start too.
Because of him starting later.
Yeah, and I don't think they played. They did do 7-on-7s, but I think why do I feel like maybe they didn't get spring? And it was something like that. I'm pretty sure it was Liberty. Yep. And that's it. No, that was Walker. That situation happened so late. So, anyways, I think Coach Baker's got things going the right way, and I believe I just saw that he was running for city council of Zachary as well.
Oh, wow.
So, congratulations to that. I think he qualified for that last week, so shout out to Coach Baker.
Yep.
Maybe Councilman Baker coming here one day.
Yeah.
I just a guy like that, I can't imagine him not winning that. So we'll keep an eye on that come November as well.
Coach,
great human, man.
Great families. His son is amazing.
Yep. So Woodlawn's in that district too. You got to believe Coach Randall's got something up his sleeve.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So again, they sit in one of the toughest local districts. So every league game's going to matter. Those 5 games, but your non-conference games are going to matter big time too.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be fighting, for a spot in the playoffs, you're going to have to win every one of those non-district games, and then,
then try to pull a couple upsets
unless you got some absolute dogs and you're going in favorited in every one of those games. Just again, half of your district is in the top 5 teams of
insane.
Of the 225.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see too. We look forward to some Woodlawn nights, and then Zachary, number 2 in MaxPreps. Again, number 2 in the top 25 of the 225. Not surprising, defending state champions. So looking forward to seeing some Zachary cover there. Let's see. After graduating 2026 linebacker Isaiah Stokes, the question is who becomes the next defensive tone setter in a program that's already known for reloading. So the Broncos always in the mix. Then my district, or our district, District 5A, I got Denham, you got Prairieville.
Yep.
Denham comes in, last year was number 4 in the state in Class 5A, coming in ranked number 33 overall, number 5 in the 225 area. So not a bad start considering you're reloading 44
absolutely.
seniors. So, what Coach Beard and them do year after year is they've got grinders, man. They got guys that work, that like to work. Let me tell you that we showed up to talk about giving food to kids, and that first period that was in there supposed to be lifting clearly was not lifting to the delight of Coach Joe Ryan. They were all brought out, herded out of that weight room. I guess he made them run 100 and 100 back, and then was just ripping them. Coach was standing upstairs on that beautiful platform, just saying, "I love this, guys. Come on up."
Oh, boy.
So they expect you to work hard. They expect you to play hard. I expect to see this old school, grinded out style of football game from Denham. Maybe some low scoring, a little more conservative offensively, running the football.
Yeah, and if memory serves me correctly, you said the defense looked really well, doing really well.
Yeah, well, and then the O-line is, I mean, both lines, from what I'm hearing,
both sides,
which is where they're anchored, and that's where their seniors are now.
A lot of games, like we're talking about
In
bad
the
weather
trenches,
in the trenches, man. There's a lot of games are won and lost in the trenches.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to get this season underway and see that. We'll be there week 1. Dutchtown, number 11 in the MaxPreps for the Baton Rouge area. They remain a physical team. Postseason expectations are very I would say out of our area, they remind me probably, or did during Peyton's time, of kind of like almost a St. Thomas More finesse, quick offense.
Yeah.
They want to hit you quick slants and then suck you in and then burn you over the top. But that changes over time with personnel and all that.
Yeah,
so,
and when we interviewed Skylar Kelly, we kind of touched on how bringing Prairieville coming into the area has taken away some of that talent pool
from Dutchtown.
From Dutchtown, so they may not be as strong. And there's a lot of boosters out there at Prairieville High that really want their football team to be good, and they from the year over year, the huge growth of that program and how they just got better. You just see it, and it's going to continue. There's going to be a lot of investment in that football team, and there's going to be a lot of people wanting to come to Prairieville High.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And the facilities are amazing, by the way.
So with Dutchtown, they're going to face the same thing that every other team in 5A. Very much what we said about 4 or 5A, we say about 5A. You got to play Denham, EA, Live Oak, Prairieville, Santa Ma, Walker. No Friday nights easy.
EA, they're going to be a tough game on everyone's schedule.
Oh, so this is year 2, I think, with their new coaching staff, which all came from Cecilia.
Yeah, correct.
Which are winners.
Yep, they've been proven winners.
Last year, I think I think everybody took a collective gasp when Prairieville beat the brakes off of EA. With few taken into consideration in that point in time that this is a complete overhaul and a restructuring of how they play football.
Right.
So EA is going to be dangerous, and I think that's why they're listed where they are. That's here. Right. Number 7 in the top 25 of the 225. So Sparty country out there. They're going to be tailgating.
Right, and I'm not going to be surprised if it's in the Denham and East Ascension at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Fighting for district champs.
Yep. Live Oak, I think, is also going into year number 2 of a new coaching system. A lot of changes there, so we'll continue to watch those. Can they generate enough explosive offense to compete, or to complement their physical style of defense to climb up the district standings? Time will tell. Prairieville next. It's the most interesting program, right? Because you came out of nowhere last year, and when I say out of nowhere, what they win? 1 or 2 games?
They won one game the year before.
Their first
year,
and they won 5 games this year.
Yeah.
Qualified for the playoffs. Got bounced in the first round. Expected. Right. You got a first-year quarterback. Now he's got a year underneath his belt. Coaching staff, the players all got another year. You're only a 2-year-old program going into your 3rd year. So it's nothing but upside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except for the fact that people have tape on what you did last year, which they were not prepared for, and you've got to be forward thinking, right? Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see that. We'll be watching and monitoring that closely with Skylar Kelly. Not just a guest on the show, but his brother works with us in our day jobs. So we're rooting for those guys. And he gives them a dynamic run-pass option.
Yeah, that dual threat.
Yep. So it's just turning in some signature wins.
Yes.
That's what's going to be the game changer. And then Santa Ma, it's always a tough place to play.
Yep.
Because quite frankly, those referees are family to half the staff. Half the people, on the staff and playing.
Yeah.
They're all Babbins or
Yep, that's right.
Fontenot's or I'm Uncle Joe.
Yeah. Oh.
Flag when there wasn't even nobody near the guy for a face mask. So, anyways, you don't want to go to Santa Mall and play in a close game. That's all I'm telling you. You ain't gonna. The refs ain't gonna do you no favors there. So
it's like that the movie Remember the Titans. He's like, make the call.
So I mean, Denham put 54 on them last year. So when Denham goes to the swamp, like I think that's what they call it, right?
I think so. They're the Gators.
Something like that. Yeah. So I think it's going to be that buffalo smells good.
Yeah, it does.
Just got a big whiff of buffalo chicken and it smells amazing. Big Mike's in Denham Springs. Come to Big Mike's.
Yep.
They got their boneless buffalo wings might be some of the best I've ever had. On those shoestring fries, man.
Making me hungry.
Yeah, start talking food. All right, so the only team we got in District 5 4A, Livonia, our friends out at Livonia. So I have a feeling we'll make a trip out to see the Wildcats play at some point this year. We spent too many nights next to their football stadium.
And their stadium's the jungle.
The jungle, yes. So
because last time we went out there, the grass was pretty high. So
yeah, it made sense.
Yeah.
So Coach Josh, make sure you get us some invites out there to football season. District 6 4A. So that's where one of the changes is, right? Because Scotlandville is no longer in 4 5A. They're in 6 4A, which is made up of Scotlandville, Bel Air, Broadmoor, Bruley, Estruma, McKinley, Plaquemine, St. Michael the Archangel. Well, they got like 10 teams. Some of these are private schools.
Yeah, St. Michael's is a private school.
That's got to be non-select mixed in there. But either way, we're going to be watching Broadmoor. Expect good things out of Bruley.
My alma mater.
Yeah, Broadmoor. Bel Air.
Yeah,
Bel Air. McKinley. We were able to sit down with Coach.
Yep.
Got to know him and, be rooting for them. That's another program where I think he's got the buy-in that he can have immediate impact.
Yeah.
That you could see a nice jump there. Plaquemine, man, 2027 wide receiver John Walker the fifth, one of the top rated wide receivers, and I believe he is uncommitted. He's currently uncommitted.
Who's that?
John Walker.
John Walker. I don't have him on my list.
Yeah, he's uncommitted, but he's one of a wide receiver athlete. Actually, no, he is committed. He is a hard commit to ULL, 6'1", 180.
Cool.
So we're going to want to keep an eye on that guy. Let's see. Tara, they got upset potential. They've got an athletic roster. But, this is going to be one of those districts that mistakes get punished quickly. So ball security, tackling, finding dependable playmakers there is going to be what can flip some games their direction. West Feliciana, where you will get taken away by mosquitoes.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we are rooting for a very cold winter if we go to any games out there.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know during baseball season, you will get tore up.
Yeah, it's bad out there.
Lutcher's always good.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't they win last year, too?
Yeah, they won. Well, they won. I know they won baseball, but I'm not sure if they won football or not. But, yeah, they're good every year. They've won state championships multiple years.
It's state championship expectations are bust every year.
Yeah.
They just Lutcher's such a small little community. They just keep reloading.
Yep.
They should be in Alabama maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Glen Oaks, Madison Prep. Madison Prep, number 10 in the BR area, but they're one of like the most recognizable small schools that are going to be contenders every year.
Yeah,
because they've just got athletes, dude.
They got Landon Johnson, the safety.
Yeah,
he's a 3-star. He's committed to TCU.
Yeah, that's big time. That's big time football, man.
That's big time football.
I mean, going to the Big 12. Man, TCU is a high flying offense, and if they build that secondary, boy, what a problem that could be.
Yeah. Then we got Parkview Baptist, which
Yeah.
in the past they've been championship contenders.
You got to play, matchups with U High and Madison Prep. Again, one of the best district races. Every district race is going to be a good one. Looking forward to that. I believe Bill Jenkins' son Peyton is a senior this year. I think he plays wide receiver, same as my Peyton did.
Yeah.
And then U High, number 4 in the 225. Obviously, you got 2027 defensive lineman Mason Smith, safety Emmanuel Moses, are both top-rated Louisiana prospects. And then you got 2028, Caden Ballard and some kid named Knox Kiffin.
Yeah, some kid named Knox Kiffin. Yeah, Emmanuel Moses, he's a safety 3-star, and he's committed to UNLV. So, I mean, that's another major school, but that's huge, man.
So what do you think about – I mean, obviously, listen, Knox Kiffin's going to get the gig. There was never any question, right? But where does it – he's still got 2 years left this year and next year. Where does it just kind of set the table for one, this is Baton Rouge. There's going to be more pressure than there was in Oxford.
Yeah, I think he has an opportunity to come in and play, and then if he can, I don't think the expectation will be too crazy at first, but he is Lane Kiffin's son, so I mean I don't know how that correlates to whether or not he's gonna be a great quarterback, but he has he has knowledge, of the plays and how how systems work, and his dad, he can ask questions to his dad, which is one of the best play callers and arguably in the country. So he has the backing to be a good quarterback.
Yeah.
But it's just can he put it out on the field and produce? That's on him.
Yeah, and I don't think Lane gets super involved.
No, I'm sure if he has a question about reading.
Yeah, and I don't think he asked Dad a whole lot of questions.
He may not.
The relationship, I think that the way I see it, outside looking in, especially when they were in Oxford, I think that relationship has matured because I think he was overly involved, and Knox made it like he'd publicly say he didn't want to play for his dad, but he wanted to play at LSU.
Right.
Well, now his dad's the head coach at LSU. And if your dad's staying out of your lane,
right,
letting you do your thing, and you're only going to him when you say, okay, Pops, maybe you do know what you're talking about.
I think he does.
Because I think those kids are pretty much nomads.
Yeah.
I think they live their life. His nephews definitely don't live with their parents. They hang out with Uncle Lane.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's fun. I think he's a little more, hey, let them grow, mature, and come and ask.
I mean, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He's not going to – Lane's going to be like, oh, you should have did that. I think it's going to be more of him coming to his dad and saying, hey, I'm seeing this defense. What should I do against this defense? And coming to him and getting his advice, And I think that's the way it should be. Yeah, I think that's the way it should be, because we've seen it the overbearing coaches that are dads and then the kids end up growing and hating the sport they play because they were forced to do it.
Well, like Lane's a psycho. Yeah. And so I guarantee
in a good way.
Yeah, in a great way.
In the greatest way.
That he's already watched the tape and he's just hoping that Knox is going to come.
He's already broke it down and be like,
yeah. Well, look at this clip I've got here.
He's like, good, I already have it loaded up. Let's push play.
Absolutely. So I'm excited to see Knox get out there. And then, with everything that's been going on back and forth with LSU and Ole Miss and, for him to be able to get his season started.
Well, if he's anything like his dad, he's going to make his own way. He's going to go out there. He's going to do things his way. He's going to – and a lot of people aren't going to understand, just like a lot of people didn't understand. But, it worked. I think when he's the youngest head coach in NFL history.
Yeah, you might not like it. It might be unorthodox.
But it works. It works.
And that's what we're always looking for, right? Something that's different.
Yeah, and that gives him his edge.
Yeah, no doubt. So U High is going to be a lot of fun to watch. They're loaded with talent too. So congratulations as always. The Bears are going to have a fun season. But man, what another loaded district.
Yep.
Let's see, District 7 3A. We got DeVille, Donaldsonville,
Mm-hmm.
St. James. It's St. James championship pedigree.
Yep.
As always, the first talking point with St. James. It's a program comfortable playing meaningful football games late in the season, and expect that to continue. Donaldsonville, the explosive skill talent, man, into the district. And, I mean, the big game is against St. James with them. So can they be consistent enough? That's the question there.
That's right.
Albany and Springfield, Class 3A. I mean, Albany is an important storyline in Livingston Parish. It's another local program for us to follow that doesn't typically get a whole lot of spotlight. We're going to have them week 1. Be happy to have them again.
Yeah.
Locally, schools like Springfield and Albany are really on that same, and Doyle as they reprogress into having a football program.
Right.
I look forward to when they get there.
And that's the schools like we mentioned,
Like Livonia,
that just they don't get the coverage, and there could be some really talented kids that could go play for a mid-major or even like a JUCO or something like that. That no one's going to give them a shot because no one has tape on them.
Absolutely. So I mean, Springfield, Albany, call us.
Yep.
We'll be there. Another one, similar situation with this group, Baker Capital. We'll just go ahead and crown them right now, Denham.
Mm-hmm.
East Feliciana, Episcopal, Northeast, Slaughter. All schools with tremendous talent out there. We're gonna talk more about Denham in just a minute because, I mean, you had defending 2025 state champions. What the expectation is. 5-star quarterback in Elijah Haven.
Yeah, number 1 quarterback in the state.
Yep. What was he? Number 3 quarterback nationally.
Mm-hmm.
Number 12 player overall nationally.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about him a little bit more in just a minute. They also have a 2028 wide receiver, Calvin Urson, in the talent line. Can they go back to back? That's the only question.
Well, I mean, it starts with the quarterback position, and they got that locked.
Yep, absolutely. Northeast, with the departure of Coach Baker and staff, that's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough sled.
It's going to be an interesting. How do they bounce back with the new head coach?
Mm-hmm.
What is the identity now?
Right.
We haven't heard anything from anybody at Northeast. We will during basketball season.
Mm-hmm.
Those are our buddies.
Yep.
Well, except for the girls basketball coach is now gone. He's at Liberty now too.
That's right.
But their running game and physical approach was last year. That's Coach Baker's a defensive guy. We expect to see the same thing out of Liberty.
Yep.
Tough physical style of play.
And that's my favorite kind of football too. I love defensive game.
And we go back to what the weather's supposed to be in the winter this year, fall and winter. Defense travels. So it'll be interesting to see that too. Catholic Point Capee, we were able to go out and interview Coach Mo. They're slotted exactly where they're supposed to be. And, it's coaching and fundamentals are going to make them hard to beat, I believe. Ascension Christian, I don't know a whole lot about Ascension Christian. What do you live out there? Do you know anything about them?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot on Ascension Christian. I do know that I know a couple of kids that play for them, but they're good. I mean, they'll compete.
Yeah. East Iberville gives Iberville Parish another important 1A rivalry storyline. Plenty of local games with real community energy out there, right? North Iberville.
Yeah, they actually have a really solid kid coming out of North Iberville. He's committed to Kansas State, and he's a 3-star cornerback. And his name is Brejon Melanson.
White Castle. That's another Iberville Parish team.
I believe that's
Central Private. We haven't talked about them quite yet.
Nope.
That's another team in Central. We were supposed to have their coach on. He wanted the program spotlighted, but then had to cancel, had to go out of town, and then we never heard from him again. So, I'd love to actually give you something on them, but building consistency out there is going to be key. You got Southern Lab in that district. Southern Lab's going to run track.
Yeah, I mean they're
fast.
Yeah, and they've always put a good product on the field. They've always put a good product.
I mean, Southern Lab comes in and they get squashed by a 5A school. That's expected.
Right.
But you go back in district and you're in your 1A, man, they got swag. They're bigger. They're faster. They're going to compete. So looking forward to seeing the Kittens this year. And then, there's some some other academies. Best team, arguably, preseason, everybody's going to probably go Catholic. Zachary's going to say Zachary. Central's going to say Central.
Yeah.
My sleeper is Denham. Because everything I've heard is not Coach Beard saying it's a rebuild. I've been surprised. Yeah. I'm happy. Like, saying that this is the best 7-on-7 that he's ever had, that's huge. That's a lot. Yeah, that's saying huge. A lot. Dark horse in their district, I'd say Bruley.
Yeah.
Best small school, U-High.
I'm going with Dunham.
Yeah, man, Dunham's going to compete. You know that. It's going to be another incredible season. But let's talk about some of the individuals that we need to keep a close eye on this year. And that, we already talked about him a little bit. Let's start with Elijah Haven.
He's Denham's quarterback. He's
Dunham.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Dunham.
Alabama commit.
5-star.
Yeah, I mean, last year, 62 touchdown passes, 73 total TDs.
That's unbelievable. And it just shows that he has wheels too.
Yeah, and let's just go ahead and the guy's 6'5".
Yeah, he's.
This is a quarterback.
Yeah, he looks like an SEC quarterback. Just the eye test.
Yeah. So he's sitting in the backyard. Are we gonna really let him go to Alabama? Alabama has picked a lot of quarterbacks. Ohio State's dipped down here and got quarterbacks. Michigan's dipped down here and got Louisiana quarterbacks.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you empty the candy bowl out of Texas and you just come straight to Louisiana now.
And that goes back to that's one of the big things that I liked about Coach O. He put and not only him, but whenever Saban was here as well, they put a fence around the border of Louisiana and kept the best kids in state. They kept them at LSU, and that's something that we got to go back and focus on because I listened to some stat the other day about how many players that come from the state of Louisiana that go off to play the next level and then even on into the pros is it's more than majority of the rest of the country.
Yeah, it's per capita. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're talking about that in basketball too.
Yep.
So similar
just
situation.
The athletes that are produced talent, here in Louisiana.
It's a ton of talent, ton of wasted talent. Jaden Miles, Catholic running back, 2027 commit to Florida, 4-star caliber back. He's listed number 11 in Louisiana by Louisiana versus all y'all. 6'2", 203 running back. It's a big kid.
It's a big boy.
On a loaded Catholic team. So. We have safety athlete Marvin Joseph Jr. He is number 18 in Louisiana, 3-star. Versatile 3-phase playmaker. So, again, Central reloads. Ethan Kimmy at Zachary.
Yep.
So, I know John Eads just interviewed him. Again, he is now, after winning a state championship, he has decided to quit basketball and focus solely on football.
Yeah, I got him as a 4-star, and he's not committed to anyone just yet.
Yep. Number 22 on Louisiana versus all y'all board in July. Quit basketball per his WAFB interview. So one of the top prospects for 2027.
Yeah, and then we also got from Zachary, I guess it's Tyleek Lewis, running back. He's a 3-star, and he's committed to Syracuse.
Jude Chamberlain committed to Stanford, also out of Catholic BR. Tight end, top 25 Louisiana prospect, major academic / power conference commitment. Yeah, I mean, you're going to Stanford.
Yeah,
you got to be smart.
You're not a dumb kid.
That's where Andrew Luck went.
Yep.
Landon Johnson from Madison Prep, DB athlete, ranked prospect on the Prep Red Zone's 2027 board for Louisiana. I think we already mentioned Emmanuel Moses, U High, DB.
Yep.
I mean,
3-star going to UNLV.
Jaden Vessel from Catholic, edge defensive lineman. Man, I ain't nothing better than a solid edge rusher, man. Those are special players. Brajon Melanson.
Yeah.
Cornerback, 6 foot 170 out of North Iberville. Uncommitted currently, but one of the
he did commit. He's going to Kansas State.
OK State now. Okay.
Yep.
That dynamic two-way player, man. That's few and far between these days. Jackson Shaw from Catholic. That's another. He plays O-line and edge. Another two-way player.
They just got a lot.
Catholic's just loaded. Mason Moore from Central, a DB. Another Central player. Again. We talked about John Walker earlier. I believe he's uncommitted. John Walker's committed to University of Louisiana Lafayette. That is a 6'1", 180 wide receiver. So another good sized kid. Calvin Urson, we talked about him from Denham. That's the hard commit to ULL also. So we got 2 committed to ULL back-to-back right there. Cameron Grisby at U-High. He's a DB and wide receiver. So we're actually coming across with a few two-way players here. And then Knox Kiffin, uncommitted, but that's nationally watched, 6'2", 180. You see any way Knox just like shoots up, gets 3 more inches in the next 2 years?
He get a couple more inches. I mean, what is he, a sophomore?
Yeah.
He's a sophomore, so yeah. I mean, he could get another growth spurt.
Well, no, let's see. He's a 2028, so he's a junior.
Junior, okay.
Yeah, because it's the 2027 class.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
So it'll be interesting, man. Obviously, Dunham's Elijah Haven is one of the nation's premier 2027 quarterbacks, committed to the University of Alabama. We'll see if Coach O allows that to happen. Well, through that list we just went through, Catholic BR is loaded again. Miles, Chamberlain, Vessel, Shaw give the Bears multiple college-level prospects for us to track. Central secondary, which, I mean, you talked about it.
The defense
travels. Marvin Joseph Jr., Mason Moore. That's 2 big names right there. They just sent a bunch of guys to play D1 from that state championship team 2 years ago. You had a guy committed to Houston, another guy committed to, like, I don't know, A&M or something. Just reload, right? Dunham's explosive quarterback, Haven. Elijah Haven. Plus you got the Calvin Ursing kid. The wide receiver athlete, he's a 2028. So that's fresh legs right there. U-High's next wave, Emmanuel Moses, Grisby, and Knox Kiffin leading the way there. And then you got your smaller programs with guys that are, being nationally looked at in North Iberville with Brajon Melanson, Plaquemines, John Walker. It's exactly what we're looking for, these smaller schools, be able to spotlight these players and really put them on the map. So
I guarantee you, there's more than just that one young man on that team that could go play next level.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt. And so what we want to look at is, and what will be, what our watch list will be. You got 4 teams in the top 25: Catholic, Zachary, Central, and U High. So we'll be keeping an eye on those across the season.
And as the season goes on, some of these other kids that they're not getting any spotlight at all, they'll emerge. And then if the coaches want to reach out and if they want them get them spotlighted, reach out and let us spotlight them and give them the opportunity.
The next wave behind those top 4 is Denham Springs. They're ranked 33rd in state. Dunham is 36th. EA is 43rd. Santa Ma is 49th. These are all inside the top 50, and this is all teams in the state.
Yeah, right.
So
right.
not one district,
not just 225,
obviously.
yes.
Or 225. We're talking about every team in the state, no matter classification.
Yeah.
Ascension Parish has depth. EA's sitting there at 43rd. Santa Ma 49th overall. Dutchtown's not far behind at 52. Ascension Catholic is 76. And Prairieville's sitting currently at 125th. And I know a lot of people think that that's crazy. You have to earn your way.
Right.
Right? So 5 and 6 doesn't get you in the top 50. Doesn't matter if you made the playoffs. A lot of teams make the playoffs.
Right. And that can change. Like, this is going to be – I think there's going to be a lot of parity in this season.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think there's going to be some upsets and there's going to be some surprises. And that's what makes this, this season is going to be fun. It's going to be really fun.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of people that, this list is going to look completely different at the end of the season.
Or even 3 weeks into the season.
3 weeks into the season,
yeah,
it's going to look completely different.
Yep, absolutely. And that's the fun thing about talking preseason.
Right.
What are the expectations? Who are they? Man, we wanted to have J.K. Lee on from J.K. Lee Sports tonight. Unfortunately, we couldn't quite get the schedules aligned, but we will before the season starts. We'll get J.K. Lee.
We should do this like a mid-season, have another mid-season and kind of see where this list compares to where we are now and kind of see how things shake out. And there may be some other people we're talking about that are be
absolutely. And this gives the fans reasons to talk and debate and get into it.
And all the people that are given hate for the list that you created.
Listen, that's MaxPreps.
It's MaxPreps.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Like, you don't like it, call MaxPreps.
Yeah.
Like, they did the research for us. We're lazy, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
we don't have the time to go and
evaluate
every team.
Yeah. Like, the mission here is to talk about this, and then we want to go out and see them during season. But I'm not going to go out and be like, first off, I'm not equipped to do that.
No.
That's not me. I just want to talk about it.
Right.
So you guys getting angry, though, does get me more clicks and comments.
Yeah, so keep on getting angry.
We'll stir the pot a little bit every now and then.
If you like and subscribe, you can get angry.
But I need you guys to read.
Yeah, you got to read the whole.
You guys are going crazy, and it like there's certain things y'all ask, and it clearly states supplied by MaxPreps.
Well, it's like most people, they don't read the fine print. You know how you get to the end, you're supposed to click a couple of boxes and supposed to read the stuff, and no one ever reads it. They're just like zoom right past it.
Again, we do want to thank everybody who weekend before last came out to Sports Talk 225 Cares Battle for the Paddle and helped support that fundraiser. Again, we're working with local ADs. The Sports Talk 225 Cares board is currently working with ADs. Detective Scott Sterling, has joined us as our director of he works with the schools directly and the students for the things that we want to put in there with them. So he's talking directly to the schools right now. I think he texted just a little while ago, actually.
And I think the plan that Beard was talking about to make this a little bit more anonymous.
One, let's just say before you say that part is like we don't want anybody to feel embarrassed or ashamed.
Exactly, absolutely.
So I think you were going to mention. I think that we found an alternative
path to make it more anonymous, so that there's no chance of any kid getting called out because they got help, and we don't want that. We don't want anyone to feel or someone to make fun of a kid because they need help, and unfortunately that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
And, that's not what we want to do. So we found an alternate method to be able to still supply the help for these young athletes. And then they're not
and help more, even more.
Help more
instead of having instead of having to pick one or two. So that has been put to the board. I believe that our vice president sent out an email a little while ago asking for an emergency meeting sometime this week or next to knock that out and get it approved. So I submitted the change. And the existing board, it's not completed yet. We'll have to vote on that. And again, what I love about it is this was a vision that I came up with. I said it since the start of this other one. I don't have the time and the energy to do all of this every time. I need to be able to bring it to the table, and you guys make it become a reality.
Right.
And that's what's actually happening. People with the experience of doing things like this, and even some with not, but everybody coming together to use past experiences.
With our visions all aligned and working towards one goal.
To bring it together. Yeah, and
working towards one goal.
And listening, right? Because the initial idea may have been great, but ultimately somebody was going to get left out. Somebody was going to get their feelings hurt. Yeah. So if we put it to where it can help everybody,
right,
it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, and some kids may not even want to. They may not even come up or be approached to even get the help because they're embarrassed.
Yeah, because you look at Coach said, and he put this out there, like that's 90 potential applications that I've got to fill out and send to you. You lost me.
Right.
Not because I don't think it's a great idea and that's not going to hurt, because unless you've got the funds to help all 90 of those kids, I just wasted 99% of my time. Mm-hmm. And you're only going to be able to help one or two. So I get it. And so for us to possibly go into a point where we can have things there on site that absolutely they have access to immediately, can take home with them, can eat right then in that moment.
Right.
And every kid that needs that gets access to it versus just one or two getting a chunk of money. And then we can't ever actually deem that kid got that nourishment and nutrition that we were trying to help. So there's a lot of brains working on finalizing that kind of stuff. So more importantly is thank you to everybody who contributed. Thank you to everybody who picked up a phone to try to get a donation, a raffle prize, get teams to sign up. Everybody, thank you. Words can't measure it. So then we look forward to doing our next event, which hopefully I hope is a golf tournament.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, and then we'll go into the next one, which will be a cook-off of sorts again. I hope we can do it at a place that has grass so we can do like a barbecue cook-off.
Right.
So that would be the hope. So that's in the future. That's to come. But first, we have football season and then maybe a golf tournament in the spring. Mm-hmm. So we started a little bit early tonight because one of two things, we had a lot to cover. Two, and we still only went an hour. Mm-hmm. So, but NFL football is on. It's football season.
It is football season.
So it is already 3-0 Packers up on the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers, who is not playing. But that's it for us tonight. We look forward to high school football. We're just a couple of weeks away, but we got some NFL football, and we're just 16 days away from college football.
Yep.
16 days away exactly from college football. So until next time.